If you've ever been to the UK or watched British film or TV, you've probably noticed something quite quickly.
Yeah, mate.
All right, mate.
We don't always tend to use proper textbook English. Sometimes we shorten it, change it, and it can be quite confusing at first, especially if you're new to English.
So in this video, we're going to be looking at 25 common words or phrases you might hear in the UK.
You probably heard the term mate being thrown around. Mate tends to be used informally for a friend. Hi mate, what's up?
And usually we just put it at the end of the sentence, and quite a lot of the time we haven't even met the person, it's just being polite and casual. Number 2, queue. A queue just means a line of people waiting.
In the UK, queuing is a national habit of ours. You'll tend to hear things like, sorry, are you in the queue? Even if it's obvious that they are. Number 3, cheers. This one's a flexible way of saying thank you. We tend to say it after getting off a bus. Cheers, drive. It
can also mean goodbye, as in see you later, or you also say it when you're toasting drinks like cheers. One word that has a lot of uses and you will 100% hear when you are in the UK. Number 4 is loo, which is just a way of saying toilet.
So instead of saying where's the bathroom, people tend to say, excuse me, I'm off to the loo. Along those lines. 5.
Bloke. A bloke just means a man. You'll hear, that bloke asked me for directions.
Casual word used in everyday language.
6, we have chuffed, which just means really happy or pleased about something.
For example, let's say you pass your driving test. Afterwards, you'd be feeling very chuffed. Number 7, gobsmacked. Tends to be used if you are completely shocked or overwhelmed.
My girlfriend left me yesterday. I was gobsmacked.
Number 8,
knackered.
This tends to mean extremely tired. Say if you come home from a long day of work, you tell your wife, I'm knackered.
It's actually very common in everyday speech, and you probably will hear it when you're in the UK.
9.
Gutted. This just means you're really disappointed or sad about something.
10. Miffed. Not used a lot, but you will hear it occasionally, and it just means slightly annoyed. For example, let's say the opposing team in football scored a goal. I'd be miffed.
Skint. This basically means you have no money, and just another way of saying you're broke.
Sorted. Tends to be used when you've fixed something or have completed a task.
Did you fix your car the other day?
Sorted.
Number 13, proper. This is just used as emphasis, basically meaning really.
14, rubbish. This has a few meanings. It can either mean trash or useless / bad.
We use it in the same way that Americans say trash, as in like a trash bag we call rubbish.
Number 15, personal favourite of mine, bits and bobs. This tends to be used if you are making a list and you don't want to go over each individual thing.
It can also be used to describe items that are more miscellaneous, thinking like, I got some bits and bobs from the shop.
16, dodgy. This word is tend to use to describe something as suspicious or not quite right. Let's say you're walking down the road and there's a man on the other side. He looks a bit dodgy.
Getting towards the end of the list now, we're at 17, which is naff. This just means uncool or embarrassing. For example, that joke was a bit naff. Not offensive, bit milder. Just like this video, is a bit naff. So when I was growing up, I used to annoy my brothers a lot, and they would call me a wind-up.
It tends to mean usually joking or teasing somebody.
If you think someone's annoying you just for a joke, you can say, are you winding me up?
Faff. An activity has become too time-consuming, awkward, or just too much effort. So yesterday I went to the train, I picked up a coffee, and I just got home then, I just played some games, didn't really do it.
Waffling just means you're talking too much without actually saying anything useful.
Exactly. For example, stop waffling and just tell me what comes next.
Fancy is what comes next, actually. This just basically means when you want something, such as, I fancy a coffee.
Or, if you have like a crush on somebody, you fancy them.
And you can partner up fancy with our next word, which is...
cuppa. Cup of tea. Fancy a cup of tea?
I would love a cuppa. Bollard.
This tends to be a short post, usually to stop cars from going into a certain area.
When you visit cities, you'll see them everywhere.
24. Kip. This tends to be used for a quick sleep or a nap.
And 25, and the last one is snog. And this just means to kiss someone.
But romantically.
You fancy a snog?
I'm gobsmacked. And that's all, folks. That's 25 everyday British words.
You're winding me up. Already? That's the end of the video. Oh, we didn't faff about, did we?
Faff. An activity that is unnecessarily time confusing, or just...
Is it time confusing?